Howdy, guys. Just thought I'd take a moment and do another one here of whence I came. My coincidence. And there are no coincidences. When I was turning to Masonry, and it took a little bit of time for me. I've said in a previous episode how, I give credit to Danny, a kid that died outside of where I worked on my night off. And I went and talked, he was 16, so I would talk to the spot that he died. And I always will. And I've done videos up there, posted up for you, hanging out with Danny. Rest in peace. Something inside me was just telling me about Masonry, having nothing to do at all with what I was talking to him about or anything. Because I talked out loud to him, I felt bad for that kid. He died slowly. It took him a while to die, and he was in a lot of pain, and I felt horrible. Because I got to come back. And, I was a kid, and he was a kid. He didn't get to. He also helped me with Easter Bunny, Grand Rabbit. I don't know how. It was as though looking at his picture with the candles lit, maybe it was just that fresh of a moment for him still, when you think about, the last things you could think about with this spirit crossing over. But I just kept getting about Masonry over and over, and this went on for more than a few minutes. I'm talking like weeks, and what turned into months. And I actually went down and sat with him at that spot just outside of where I worked, outside the parking lot. No one could hear me, don't worry. And I was studying. I felt as though I would, he would help me study. And I believe he did. He just kept telling me to come to Masonry. It was as though I had no idea, and I didn't, of what Masonry was, why it was coming to me at that moment. I had no reason at all for it to be. Little coincidences, and there are no coincidences. I ended up wanting to be really bad, the Easter Bunny, and coming to Masonry asking them if they can help. Because I realized at that point where those hospitals were that I was going to be, dealing with if I could ever. And what I ended up getting was a whole lot more. And really what I was ultimately searching for in my life. I had said before that being an entertainer is kind of a lonely road, a little rough. And I really wanted true friends. And I always wanted, having nothing to do with the movie, a sense of brotherhood. I did actually enjoy the movie The Skulls, but I wanted true friends. ones that would be of a much higher caliber in life that I could count on like family. All these little things that I had wanted in, good quality people, gentlemen that I could hang out with, and ultimately know that they'd be there throughout my life and not just walk away like a lot of them do. I didn't know I was asking to be a Mason until all of these things came together and I was asking. Whence came I? For a desire to have all of what Masonry is without even knowing it had a label. And then hearing over and over in conversations to a lit candle and a picture of a friend that I didn't even know, who was now becoming a friend after talking every night to him and lighting the candle on my break over and over for him. All my breaks, I'd go out and hang out with him and just hang out with the candle, and, that's where he died. I just kept hearing over and over Freemasonry. So like I said, I studied with him too. No one was around, don't worry. It wasn't with him, it was just sitting there at the gate. When I was at Lodge one night, we were asked to speak and go around the tables, each person, why you came to Masonry, what you hope to get out of it, and how all of that, everything. Okay, I did. And I've gotten what I asked for. Really good quality people I know will be there for me in my life. That's something I didn't really know in the beginning. Why? But it came to be. Everything that I was asking for and looking for in my life and people in my life and all of it. And kept, hearing, about Masonry in my head over and over and over. Why would I be standing there and having a little conversation out loud to a candle and a picture of a kid that just died right here, and keep hearing about Masonry? I wouldn't. And I also think it was God. There are no coincidences in life. If you're watching this show and you're not a Mason and you're willing to sit there and not just listen to a whole bunch of crap slamming us, and you're open to just listening, if you're looking for the same things in life, good quality people that'll be there for you, check them out. I've said before, you go to, just look up where your lodge is if you don't know. Get a phone number, ask about a stated meeting and if you can come down, and be our guest for dinner. Have dinner with us, dude. Might not be the lodge I'm at, I'm in California lodge, and I've been to a lodge in upstate New York here. I really wish there's a local lodge here, and they don't meet anymore. It kind of sucked. the time that I've been here, I would have loved to have gone over and hung out with them. If you have questions, watch the show. And if you still have even more questions, write them down in a notebook. Make sure they're worded right and what you want to know and ask and everything. And, feel free, dude. We're there for you. Come on down, be our guest, have dinner, and just enjoy the night. Why not? What else do you got to lose? But you might actually gain some people in your life that you wished were always there. I wanted just help with being the Easter Bunny, the Grand Rabbit of them all. I actually had the nerve. Went in there and like, hey dude, can you help me? I didn't say anything at all about the kind of quality of people in my life that I was experiencing and had gone through being in the entertainment industry, and it kind of, hurts your friendships. But I got all of that. And what I'm putting into it, because you get what you put in, you get what you put out, all of that, right? I had said from the very beginning online, I would try to focus and help more online, because I was realizing what was going on. And I'm like, wow, I'm proud. Oh yeah, I made a good choice here. And I feel that way. I'm like, oh, look what I did. I came from a place of wanting good quality people in my life. If I could even have a like-minded man, as far as the way I even thought in all realms, and I mean, give me a break, that'd be awesome. And that's what I got. Now, we come from all walks of life, races, religions, all of that, but we all have the desire to be better than we were the day before. How many times have I said that? But, just to live a better life and do good for the community and, actually be a part of your community. And, give back. I've said before in an episode on the VA hospital, all of the lodges around my lodge, in Los Angeles, we go around to the VA hospital and we donate to the, Special Olympics and things like that. Is the kind of person I am. And I get to be around people that can help me do that. That's wonderful. I haven't always had the best friends in my life. I've had best friends in my life for one reason or another, and we all have that experience, right? They're not always in your life. What was that? Let me pull it down. Oh, okay. Wait, what? I think as you get older, you lose a lot of the friends you've, grown up with or had as kids or something, and they were your best friends, and You just get older and move on, not in a bad way, but you got a life. You got things to do and families to take care of and whatever. That's natural. But as you get older, you want better quality people in your life, and you do want people that would actually be there throughout your life. When you get older, you like to start doing things for others, not just yourself. When you get older, you want to be a better person. You let go of all the crap. You don't have time for that. Now let's do something good. That's why I'm proud to be a Mason. I can talk till the color comes back into my face. Monsters. I'll say it a lot over and over and over all throughout this whole thing, which is going to be a very long count of videos under this umbrella, God bless Freemasonry, the quantum mechanics of enlightenment and Freemasonry. Being a part of a fraternity that is the oldest, the most distinguished, amazing, iconic, historical, like life-changing. How could you not want to be a Freemason? But you don't have to. It's like, to me, it just blew me away. And it's something I'm proud of. Being in a brotherhood with some of the most, throughout time, of the greatest minds that have ever been, the greatest, composers and, inventors, and so many different people that are famous Freemasons. Brilliant minds of our time as a human species on this planet. They're all brothers. That's something dude, I'm digging it, I'm all about it. You don't have to be. I'm not asking you to be. But as a Mason, I get to say my brothers are some of the greatest minds of our time. I love my Beethoven. Dude, that was a brother. You know what I mean? Like, so many people throughout history that are like really big names, and you're like, yeah, dude, that's my brother. Isn't that cool? It might seem a little childish, but you gotta have something in your life that makes you smile. You gotta have something that helps you move forward in your life in a positive direction. And I had no idea when I walked through those doors, even for the very first time, when I asked in a roundabout way right now, saying like, hey dude, can you help me become the Grand Rabbit? I said more than that, but I explained my life and what was going on. And I had no idea I was actually asking for so much more. I had no idea that I was actually asking, can you help me be the, around better quality people and all the things that I want in that sort of areas in my life and all of that, and I just ended up getting it. Ta-da! The brothers that I've met are really, really sweet. They're really good quality people, and I'm proud to be a part of their life. And I'm proud that they're a part of mine. I'm excited to see where our lives will go in the future, and knowing each other, knowing that I can have people in my life I can count on to be there, and I can be like, hey dude, look what I just did, or hey dude, look what you just did. Helping your brothers succeed. Now that could be your best friend in life, that can be your actual brother, or it can be like, a Masonic brother. Or one of the other types of things like Lions Club or whatever, you know what I mean? But having a gathering of people you're really close to and that you can share your life with, and the experiences you go through that you might really enjoy and you might want to tell somebody all about. And to have somebody genuinely care enough that they're proud of you, for you, and not jealous of you and want to destroy it. What more can you ask for in life, right? Here, walk with me on this wild ride I'm going down. Let me be a part of your life, dude. There's some I've met through the internet, thankfully through the internet, of having brothers come out and step forward and say, I am a Mason and I'm proud to be one. Some of them along the way, like I've said before, plenty of times, dude, I want to meet them in my life. I want to, like hang out with them in life. I don't, in person kind of moment, and, really get to know them in person as well as I am, becoming acquainted, over the internet. And I know that these people would actually be there in my life. That's important to me. Whence I came, from a lot of nothing. A lot of negativity, a lot of putting me down, a lot of my friends not really being true friends. Not all. Some of them throughout my life are even still there. You have no idea how grateful I am for them. But the brothers I have in Freemasonry, to me, that's the real whence came I. I feel like in my life, as a Mason, I feel my Masonic journey is the beginning of my life. I feel like now that I am in my Masonic journey for the rest of my life, I feel that that was my birth. That's when my life really began. I can step it back a little further and say that's when my life began when it comes to being an entertainer, in Hollywood. But my whole life, really, right? Masonry and entertainment are the only, that's what I got, dude. So I know I'm covered. I got what I do in life, and those that'll actually be there along the way. Just to show it to. Be proud of it with. Enjoy it with. When it comes to life, you don't really have people you can bank on being there the rest of your life. But starting my Masonic journey feels secure that I've got people that will be there the rest of my life. So I feel like my life is now beginning. That was in 2014. In the time that I've been a Master Mason, they say you're supposed to wait a year before you even do anything further. You know, before you do a pendant body, before you do, going, down the line. I haven't done anything like that yet. And it's, a couple of years now. 2 years, right? Something. But I really wanted to take time as a Master Mason before I did anything else. I know I had a moment like, what do I need to go further for, I know I should. Eventually I will. I'd like to. And I do want to be a Shriner, help with the kids. But everything that I am, I feel like I've just begun because of becoming a Mason. It's like I've started a new life. I was born, and raised. But that was funny. I'm starting my whole life over this year. So many things in my life are changing. I don't really have much to count on, or many people to count on. But I can count on my brothers. Hell to the yeah, I want to do something good for them. How could I not, man? Thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you to all the brothers that I've ever met, that I ever will, or that's ever been. Thank you, Masonry, for being so enlightening, gratifying, rewarding, unbelievable. I mean, just... And then when you walk in and you see all kinds of elaborate things going on, you're like, whoa. That's cool. And I get to be a part of it. God bless Freemasonry. In these videos, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not breaking my obligations. And I don't care if anyone likes it or not, man. I'm going to do all I can to try and help Masonry. And I'm going to do all I can to help promote it into the future. Just by being myself and trying to help educate some people. And I'm going to keep dressing the way I dress. And if you don't like it, I don't care. I'm not a face of Masonry. I'm not coming to anyone on behalf of a lodge or Grand Lodge. Masonry as a whole, dude. But every day I have my God bless Freemasonry moment. My life has begun now that I become a Mason. And I have God bless. God bless Freemasonry. It's not a joke to me. Something I have on might look like a joke to you, or the way I look might be a joke to you. I might be a joke to you. But it means the world to me. Masonry will be in my heart for the rest of my life. Namaste, boils and ghouls. Rock on.